Lilith. Okay, let's get started. Jesus said unto her, I am the resurrection and the life. He that believeth in me, though he were dead, yet shall he live. And whosoever liveth and believeth me shall never die. Believest thou this? John 11:25-26. King James Version. Watch ye stand fast in the faith. Quit you like men, be strong. 1 Corinthians 16:13. King James Version. Lilith, derived from Akkadian Lilith, meaning of the night. This was the name of a demon in ancient Assyrian myths. In Jewish tradition, she was Adam's first wife, sent out of Eden and replaced by Eve because she would not submit to him. The offspring of Adam, or Samael, and Lilith were the evil spirit of the world. Lilith, the dark owl goddess. Perhaps one of the most ancient goddesses is Lilith, also called Lilith. A popular theory of her origin says she was Adam's first wife and was created in God's image just like Adam. However, when she disobeyed Adam, God threw her out of the Garden of Eden. She then mated with the fallen angels and spawned a generation of demons. Later, legends claim she is the mother of vampires. Neo-pagans dismiss these accounts of her wicked nature and acclaim her as a powerful owl goddess who was grossly demonized by the church. The owl goddess in the Barney Relief. Lilith is thought to be the goddess in the famous Barney Relief, 1800 BC, which shows a woman with owl feet, wings, and flanked by owls. In many classic paintings and illustrations, Lilith is accompanied by owls. Theory in the association between Lilith being a demon or hag of the night who flies around and causes nightmares to the unsuspecting. The Barney Relief, Inanna, Ishtar, or Lilith. One cannot escape a sense of contradiction expressed in this image of a goddess. At first glance, one sees a beautiful young goddess, but as the eye follows down the realistic figure, the raptorial talent shocked the imagination. This is no goddess. This is some sort of demon, perhaps a harpy. However, the serenity of the face and the symmetry of the posture are dignified in their composure. The body of the goddess is so naturalistic it could have been modeled from life, yet the owls are stilted in their stylization. The accentuated femininity of the figure suggests an earthly sexuality, but the rod and ring held above either shoulder are geometric abstractions and symbolic of universal laws. The mixed styles and symbols suggest a hybrid divinity, a link between ancient archetypes and more recent devolutions. According to Barring and Cashford, it is probable that the plaque represents Inanna in her role as the goddess of sky, earth, and underworld, queen of the great above and the great below. They go on to explain that the Sumerian word for owl is Nina, and the name Nina given to the goddess in her owl form meant divine lady owl. In ancient texts, also give the Akkadian word Kilidi for Ninina, and this name was one shared by Inanna and Ishtar. Perhaps Kilidi is the original derivation of Lilith, who much later in biblical times is called night owl or scratch owl. Babylonian terracotta relief, roughly contemporary with the above poem, shows in what form Lilith was believed to appear to human eyes. She is slender, well-shaped, beautiful and nude, with wings and owl feet. She stands erect on two reclining lions, which are turned away from each other and are flanked by owls. On her head, she wears a cap embellished by several pairs of horns. In her hands, she holds a ring and rod combination. Evidently, this is no longer a lowly she-demon, but a goddess who tames wild beasts and rules by night. In Hebrew language texts, the term Lilith, translated as night creatures like monster, night hag, or screech owl, first occurs in a list of animals in Isaiah 34:14, either in singular or plural form according to variations in the earliest manuscripts. The Isaiah 34:14 reference does not appear in most common Bible translations, such as King James Version and New International Version. Commentators and interpreters often envision the figure of Lilith as a dangerous demon of the night, who is sexually wanton and who steals babies in the darkness. In the Dead Sea Scrolls, the term first occurs in a list of monsters. Jewish magical inscriptions on bowls and amulets from the 6th century AD onwards identify Lilith as a female demon and provide the first facial depictions of her. Because she is a vampire, so she sucked the blood out of the victims, and that's why targeting men and babies if is a female vampire. The Septuagint translates both the reference to Lilith and the word for jackals or wild beasts of the island within the same verse into Greek as onokatarvos, apparently assuming them as referring to the same creatures and gratuitously omitting wildcats, wild beasts of the desert. Have you heard of the movie series Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them? I believe that this is based on Lilith and her demons. Latin Bible to translate to demons meet monsters, so it's and demons shall meet with monsters, and one hairy one shall cry out to another. There the Lamia has lain down and found rest for herself. So in here, this passage, Lamia is Lilith. The Sea Scrolls contain one indisputable reference to Lilith in Songs of the Sage, Fragment 1, and I, the instructor, proclaim his glorious splendor so as to frighten and to terrify all the spirits of the destroying angels, spirits of bastards, demons, Lilith, howlers, and desert dwellers, and those which fall upon men without warning, to lead them astray from a spirit of understanding and to make their heart and their desolate during the present dominion of wickedness and predetermined time of humiliations for the sons of light by the guilt of the ages of those smitten by the iniquity, not for eternal destruction, but for an era of humiliation for transgression. Modern Kabbalah and Western mystery tradition. The Western mystery tradition associates Lilith with the Qliphoth of Kabbalah. Samuel Anwar in the Picture Sophia unveiled writes that homosexuals are the henchmen of Lilith. Likewise, women who undergo willful abortion and those who support this practice are seen in the sphere of Lilith. The unfortunate writes, the Virgin Mary is reflected in Lilith, and that Lilith is the source of lustful dreams. Surprisingly, nowadays, the female beauty standard is actually based on Lilith's physical appearance. Her hair is long and red like the rose. Her cheeks are white and red. From her ears hang 6 ornaments, Egyptian cords, and all the ornaments of the land of the east hang from her nape. Her mouth is set like a narrow door comely in its anchor. Her tongue is sharp like a sword. Her words are smooth like oil. Her lips are red like a rose and sweetened by all the sweetness in the world. She is dressed in scarlet and adorned with 40 ornaments less one. Men who sleep alone are especially vulnerable to bleeding. So you can tell the makeup artist emphasized the cheekbones in red, and then the rest of the face is white usually, and the lips are red like a rose. At the same time, I believe that's a religion that you wear a cross behind your neck on the back. So I think that's come from Lilith physical appearance also, as well as the Scarlet. Of course, she's a Scarlet woman, and then she adorned herself with 39 onwards. So with 39, so it's 99999. Or you can reverse the 9 into 6, so it's 36666. With that said, white and red together also representing Lilith, the Scarlet Woman, or the Babylon whore, as well as the blood sacrifice ritual. Since she's a vampire, mother of vampire, so that adds on to the meaning to white, red, and white is so popular in our everyday life.